Your four wives dilemma about Islam. The non-Muslim dilemma of four wives in Islam causes me to laugh. They think that every Muslim must, or at least can, marry four women at a time. Very peculiar idea. The crores of Muslims live around them and they find not a single man having four wives at a time. Still they cry like the delirious, "Why do you have four wives?" They cannot even count the number of men and women. How funny. At times, I feel amazed and at times I feel urged to ask them wherefrom would the Muslims find so many women to marry if the foolish ideas of the non-Muslims about four wives would be true. Would they produce women in farms? Don't the non-Muslims understand that provisions and practices are not the same things? Don't they understand that some provisions are always made for solving some especial problems of especial situations? Don't they look at themselves? Oh my dear non-Muslim brothers and sisters, four wives is the line of limitation in Islam, which no other religion does have. Number of wives are unlimited in all other religions, I mean, in your religions even today. Even he, whom you call Muhammad, had more than four wives before this limitation came down. It is not a license, but a taboo on polygamy, which you do not understand. Polygamy was and is there among all the nations before and after the Quran came down. But your notion against Islam forbids you to open the eyes. Moses had 2 wives, David had 100 wives, Solomon had 1,000, Sri Krishna had more than 16,000, Dashrath, the father of Ramchandra, had 4 wives along with many slave girls, Mongol Khans had innumerable wives and slave girls, Akbar the Great of Din-e-Eli had near about 5,000, pharaohs had too many wives including their own sisters as wives, Ravana had 1,000, Darius had innumerable, Greeks and Romans had wives and concubines side by side. The Chinese counted aristocracy on number of palace and wives, Bhutanese kings do have many wives including the sisters of wives as wives, and thus it is historically evident that polygamy was and is a normal marriage system of the whole world, among all nations. No limitation was there in number, and no religion except Islam imposes any restriction on it. Why then are you crying against Islam when the Quran says, "Give unto orphans their wealth. Exchange not the good for the bad, in your management thereof, nor absorb their wealth into your own wealth. Lo, that would be a great sin. And if ye fear that ye will not deal fairly by the orphans, marry of the women, who seem good to you, 2 or 3 or 4, and if ye fear that ye cannot do justice to so many, then one, only, or, the captives, that your right hands possess. Thus it is more likely that ye will not do injustice. And give unto the women, whom ye marry, free gift of their marriage portions, but if they of their own accord remit unto you a part thereof, then ye are welcome to absorb it, in your wealth. Give not unto the foolish, what is in, your keeping of their, wealth, which Allah hath given you to maintain, but feed and clothe them from it and speak kindly unto them. Prove orphans till they reach the marriageable age, then, if ye find them of sound judgment, deliver over unto them their fortune, and devour it not by squandering and in haste lest they should grow up. Whoso, of the guardians, is rich, let him abstain generously, from taking of the property of orphans, and whoso is poor let him take thereof in reason, for his guardianship. And when ye deliver up their fortune unto orphans, have the transaction, witnessed in their presence. Allah sufficeth as a reckoner. Unto the men, of a family, belongeth a share of that which parents and near kindred leave, and unto the women a share of that which parents and near kindred leave, whether it be little or much, a legal share. Al-Quran, Surah number 4, verses number 2-7. This ordinance came down from Allah just after the Battle of Uhud, wherein 70 Muslims lost their lives and the women and children of 70 families became helpless, widows and orphans. This ordinance of the Quran clearly secured their honorable positions in the society and saved them from calamities like starvation, vagabondage and prostitution. This ordinance protects the rights of the women and children even today, especially in lands and societies where women outnumber men, and where women are not capable of maintaining the sustenance of their own and of their children. But you, the bad critics of Islam, crook its message to spread hatred against Islam. Do you think that Allah will let you go unpunished? No.